Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Thursday, the 7th of October 2021. Today, Millwall news, we've got a couple of interviews and we've got a little roundup of what's coming on in the month ahead. So let's jump into it. This is from news@den.co.uk. They've had a little chat with Matt Smith. So let's see what they've been saying. So Millwall centre forward back in familiar position this season as he aims to earn another deal. Millwall striker Matt Smith is in the familiar position of most players in their 30s as they again enter the final year of their contract. His aim is to show that he's worth another deal. Smith, 32, signed a new one-year contract in the summer. He is determined to impact Gary outside to earn another. Former Leeds and Fulham striker Smith has already made 14 appearances in this campaign, and his influence on the team shows no signs of waning. After two of the last three games against Nottingham Forest, when he scored in a 1-1 draw and a 1-0 win at Barnsley, the opposition managers have picked him out as a player their side struggled to deal with. Smith is highly valued by manager Gary Rowett for his influence on and off the pitch, hence why the club was so keen to offer him a contract when his previous terms expired last July. My aim is to continue to play at the highest level for the longest time possible, Smith said when asked if one of his main motivations this season is to get another deal. Luckily, I've got no pace to lose. Hopefully I can just add to my experience, my nous and my know-how in this division. I'm coming up to 10 seasons in the Championship and hopefully I can stay at this level for some time to come. I aim to do so by working hard and scoring goals and contributing to the side. As long as I'm doing that, then hopefully the rest takes care of itself. So yes, we'll see. He's doing very well so far. He is a real handful, and we'll see how he does in the rest of the season. But I'm sure he definitely wants to stay at this level because with the wage limits they're bringing in the Leagues 1 and League 2, even if a club had money to spend, they wouldn't be able to spend it. They have literally artificially restricted the wages in League 1. So even though you got a big club like Sunderland or Portsmouth with probably bigger crowds than the rest of the clubs in the league, they can't spend that money on players. And not only that, but there's squad limits as well. So there's going to be a widening gap between the Championship and League 1 that is being driven by the regulations from the EFL, and it's like literally probably going from Championship wages to League 1 wages is probably, you're looking at losing 75% of what you're earning. You're probably going to drop down to 25% of what you are earning. It's an actual bloodbath, so I'm sure you don't want to be doing that. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to be doing that. So let's move on now to this, also from news@den.co.uk. And they've been speaking to Gary Rowett again. Now, I don't know how this works. I'm pretty sure they don't call him up every day and are bothering him every day trying to get something for them to print on the website, but I imagine they spoke to him in one go, either probably on Monday, and then they just piece it out day by day because there's very little Millwall news going on during the international break. Although we do have two players playing for Northern Ireland coming up this weekend, so that will be fun to follow that and see how they get on. So Mill boss on massive week, 5 at the back, and Way believes there is more to come. Gary Rowett hailed a massive week after 2 wins in pressure games and believes there is further improvement to come from his side. Mill will move from 19th to 11th in the table after 1-0 wins against Bristol City and Barnsley before the second international break of the season. Rowett said before the fixtures there was pressure on his side to deliver, and they didn't falter as they moved to within 3 points of the playoffs, almost a quarter of the way into the league season. We've always had the belief, and we knew we won as far away as the table looked, but then going and actually getting the results is massive, Rowett said. They were 2 big efforts. We played well for many parts of both games. and I think we feel the same way. It was a good way to finish this period before the international break. But we all feel that there is a lot more improvement to come, and that's a nice thing. We feel we'll get better when we've got more options available to us. The players knew that was important, getting players back from injury. We're now from a better position in the league. Millwall have also improved defensively with 3 clean sheets in their last 5 league games after none in the first 6. One issue that still persists for Millwall is a relative shortage of goals, with only 11 in 11 games so far. Against Barnsley last weekend, the Lions regularly got 5 or 6 players into the opposition box. I had to wait until the 89th minute for the breakthrough when Murray Wallace headed home Jed Wallace's corner. The Wallace brothers. Millwall are becoming more difficult to break down with 5 at the back, a system that Rowett pointed out has worked for the sides previously in the Championship. When people think 5 defenders, they naturally think of it that way, defensive, Rowett said. But I think about Sheffield United getting out of that division playing this way. Wolves got out of this division playing that way. West Brom near the top of this division playing this way. You look at Chelsea, Atletico Madrid, Juventus, there are so many sides that play that way. It's not about the formation, it's how you play. If you lack creativity, it's because you're not getting enough players forward, or there's not enough quality when you do get those bodies forward. There was a moment first half away from home when Coops goes and joins in on the overlap with Murray and one of the forwards with 2 or 3 in a box. You've got to try and do that. Sav's given us that from midfield where he's always in the box. We always to encourage our opposite wing backs to try and make the back post as well. It's how you play it, and it's about taking your chances. In a lot of those games, had we taken more of our chances, we would be scoring 2 or 3 goals. We found that that's probably our biggest challenge. Yes, indeed. In order to win games, I've said this before in previous videos, we need to keep a clean sheet because we only score 1 goal a game. That's all we do. That's all we can do. We only score 1 goal a game. That's not good enough. So that's why we're saying there is improvement to come. Yeah, try scoring 2 goals in a game, then we can concede 1 and win 2-1 instead of drawing 1-1 or winning 1-0. So yeah. And now we're going to move on to this. This was put up today by millfc.co.uk, and it's a roundup of what's happening at Millwall in October. So apparently there's some kind of charity walk on the 10th of October. So this Sunday. So they're starting at the Den and walking to Fisher. Okay, that's not that far. That's not that far. I don't know what that's about. So 13th of October, there's a Legends tour with Alan Dunn. Now I told you about the kids tour, and I didn't tell you that they also announced just some normal tours and some Legends tours. So there's a Legends tour with Alan Dunn. I think there's one coming up, maybe not this month, but next month, with David Ford. So if that's your bag, look out for that. But the one with Alan Dunn is on the 13th. I think is it £10 or so, or £5? I'm not too sure, but it's not that expensive. Apparently it's pretty decent thing to do if you haven't done anything like that before. 16th of October, of course, a home game against Luton Town. And then the 23rd of October, Saturday, another home game. Apparently in the family stand they're doing Halloween. So, okay. And the 25th, a stadium tour. So just a normal stadium tour without the former player. And then on the 27th and the 28th, the Halloween Junior Stadium tours that I told you about before. So there you go. That's all that's coming up in October. And that is it for today's Millwall news. Not a lot going on because of the international break, but thank you for watching anyway, and goodbye.